Good morning, everybody. Breaking news. And it's not in Canadian media. It's all through the United States of America. I confirmed it a half an hour ago. U.S. media sources from the left and right are publishing Canada's Parliament yesterday. I want to give a big shout out to Tammy Douglas for messaging me last night about it. I'm very busy with recent developments of the new Millwoods monster targeting children. Targeted and got one of my children, but he's moved on. But yesterday, Parliament all got together, gave a special celebration for a 98-year-old Nazi. And because of Ukraine's military division, Canada thought it appropriate to introduce a known Nazi. U.S. intelligence, tons on this guy. Russian intelligence, tons on this guy. And the Russians were the ones who broke it. It was the Russian embassy who were just blown back by how openly Nazified Canadians are. But folks, that's the whole thing that now Americans and Russians are waking up to. And I even have the BBC, at least one publication in the UK published. You won't find CBC, Global, CTV, even though Russia nails all of them. Tammy sent me the link, and Russia called for Canada to say something. And sure, the House Speaker spoke up, and of course, U.S. media, all U.S. media hammering on it this morning. But it's more than that, folks. It's exactly what I've been talking about. They point the finger at us. They call us fascists, racists, and all these things, when really it's the government that's the socialist fascist. The Canadian constitutional monarchy is designed exactly, and I repeat exactly, like Nazi Germany, because it was built before Nazi Germany. All of our politicians and all of the crown is the Nazi system because it was built before. The Nazis were a constitutional monarchy, as was South Africa during and all the way through apartheid. A constitutional monarchy built off the first design called Canada 1. The former British Empire, all the way through the League of Nations, crafted Canada. 1861, the jewel of constitutional monarchies and the empowerment of Nazification. The power of politicians to be divine human beings who have a first, second, third class by their highest constitutional laws of the country, the highest laws, the soul of the nation. And beyond that, they have picked one group of peoples to be their savages who are not human beings. In Canada, that is all the First Peoples. It's been this way since day one, 1867. Never repealed, never amended. This is your country. And like good Nazified constitutional monarchy, divine human first classes, they brought in a 98-year-old Nazi and celebrated him in our Parliament. Now they've made a statement. The Speaker of the House said, "I'm sorry, it was an accident. Good thing I didn't lose you guys." The Speaker of the House made a statement, "Oh, I'm sorry." But folks, NDP, Conservative, Liberal, Green, all leaders got up to give him a standing ovation. No regard, no research, again, no accountability, no rules of governance, no how to govern. There's no anything, oops, sorry, we got caught. What kind of country, let alone our 338, would get up and give a standing ovation to a known Nazi? America's floored. Russia's obviously floored. But what's crazy here, folks, is that the Canadian media isn't saying a peep, a bo peep about it. None of the medias. We're in this new bill. We've banned social media into a point where they've banned all media on their platforms. And this is why. This is why. Canada is Nazified. It's our politicians. It doesn't matter what political party, federally or provincially, you vote for. You will always bring it forward. You will always have tyrants and dictators and sycophants running the show, and they are all fascist and socialist. That is the design from the British Empire of old that doesn't exist anymore. And if you want to look, again, all the news stories are only 45 minutes old. Washington Post, Fox News, NBC, all of them, CBS, all of them are publishing the story this morning. BBC, British, is publishing the story, at least one. And there is not one Canadian media company, unless they're in the British Empire. We can see The Guardian, sorry, I shouldn't say British Empire, in the United Kingdom today, that's publishing the story. No Canadian media. Your crown is sequestering it. Don't make it an issue. Don't push it forward. Russia exposed it last night, and USA is all over it too. They know it for a fact. And it's a shining spotlight again on everything I'm saying. I'm going to build a children's video, and I'm actually fortunate on the job I'm at, I have some Boilermakers, American Boilermakers, that do these funny cartoons on site, and they're very good. They're very hilarious. But I'm going to reach out to those Boilermakers because I want to make a children's styled crown video about exactly what Canada is historically, narrated from the perspective of a King Charles III and a voiceover of King Charles III. So I'll be building that audio, video, children's stylized video for anybody publicly to watch. I want that to get out so people understand what Canada is, why this persists, and why the world's in a lot of trouble. And I think America and American media is starting to wake up now. They're starting to see the other side of this, and I think they're realizing they've been corrupted too. And I'm not going to get it too much into the Russia thing and the battle of Russia and USA all the time throughout history since World War II. But both those countries have done a tremendous amount in human rights, believe it or not. All women in enfranchisement, you were brought out of that by the Russians, the former Soviet Union, decolonization 1960. American Indians got out of everything and got what they got in settlement in the United States. The states on terrific civil rights and human rights growth because of that law of decolonization 1960. And you can see all the tremendous advancements in humanification of American Indians. You can see that the United States has gone so much further than Canada ever could even hope for. And Canadians have no idea. And that's why this project I'm going to work on has to be done. And I hope a lot of people share it. It will be made free. It'll be public. I hope it goes. I hope I can get some help from those American Boilermakers to do those tremendous cartoons. And yeah, thanks. That's my video. Share, share, share. That is the sick power unfettered from the crown. And it's real. It's here today. And all your politicians are groomed into it. Literally corrupted within weeks of an election. They become cycled into it. It's designed that way. Share, share, share. Get it out there. Just before this video, I have links. There's a tremendous amount this morning, especially from the United States, corroborating it, going through it. It's horrific. It's troublesome. It speaks volumes of what Canada is. And it's your politicians who are the nut jobs and the racists and the perverts. It's your politicians. It's designed that way. Exactly like every other divine, socialist, fascist, constitutional monarchy of the past. Share, share, share. Get it out there. Bye now.